permitted entry to the palace, but I would see you to the entrance if I may.
Oh, there's something written here.
Let's have a look then. Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
Enough! I'm not gonna take that from you.
Seasoned enough, this. Right, now!
Huh? Thanks, I suppose. Make it drink. I ain't keen to track this
have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one Arisen has been upended, or Jesus Arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are Arisen, as you say? Ah. They say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be Arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen. The one. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Can't make a living if I get myself in wood for all my days. When does my watch end?
I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
I've a nose for rumours of every ill.
Tad Rowdies, check my stock.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Something smells divine.
Oh dear. I fear I've not useful to...
Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Kendrick the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place?
Interested in my wares? What's your I've trained for this.
Even I know when to shut my trap.
I don't know what to do.
I ought to be getting
Was I lacking in devotion?
There are use.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Let us begin by gathering information. You have my support.
Where could Malcolm... Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't...
I have a terrible itch. Hope 'tisn't trouble here. Let's move along. What should I do?
Would that I could spend all day here.
Can't stomach place. Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see. I'd fancy a kip. Each day's harder to bear than the last.
Shall we get some rest then? I feel refreshed and ready for a new day. Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well. What should I do?
Time to be heading home.
So is it true you're the Arisen?
That's what I've heard, anyhow. What business would you have with a humble farmer? Not much going on hereabouts.
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the high road. Now, that's not so strange, but guess who I saw riding in it? Poor little Daphne. I doubted my eyes, I did. And rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. The resemblance was so uncanny, I mistook him for her. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think a young noble should so closely mirror a girl of the slums. Their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day. Aye, 'tis a cruel world we inhabit.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late.
Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery. Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
You're watching me. I swear it.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
I find such solace in the most
Blunt as a hammer. Wished we always knew to be getting it. I only had to sleep.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
If I sleep on my world, may have the rules. Fur stands on end. Must have taken a wrong turn. Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be topped off. It's been a hot day.
My head hurts just thinking about it. What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you. The problem is, I can't seem to find... Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were. Hoi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhaps silver ore will serve.
That's quite enough!
Could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
There's comfort in
Muggervale would taste twice as fine here.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say...
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
I quite agree.
I fear I've much to attend to. Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Might I beg but a moment of your time?
If I sleep on my road,
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest. What did I do to deserve this as my lot?
Make it quick. I ain't got all day.
Wish 'twere always night. You're wasting your time talking to me.
This place offers a view of the...
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we? If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one might expect, who've seen things ordinary citizens aren't privy to. I should know. I was among their company till just recently.
Ingredients are plenty.
Good day, sir. I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late at night.
I see life as a journey, to be walked a day at a time.
Oi, keep your distance.
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
What are you up to?
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them myself.
I must be grateful to take this time so that
Was I lacking in metal?
There's a calm here after sundown.
What about this place makes me nervous?
My work's near done.
I'll soon be home.
There's no telling what will happen if I linger too.
I wonder what it was Malcolm found. Treasure? Maybe he was hoping to find something shiny among the rubble. Wonder if you found anything good.
Life's been pretty kind to me, come to think of it.
Got to face it. No one can do this.
Got more soil than even an onion. Barely dragged my arse out of bed.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
We must rest. Though the sun is still...
Suppose I'd best get to work. It's not enough for my nephew.
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Must have taken a wrong turn.
Is it too much to hope for a helping hand?
Some meat would be nice. Twas so costly.
My head hurts just thinking about it. What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be... That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water. I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of. Boy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? That's all right. I'm sure...
Was I lacking?
Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do, apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything useful I can do. Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Not yet. Fair enough.
fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
I'm not sure what's that.
Well met, sir. Where are you off to?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
Where's my jacket? My clothes. This looks as good a place as found prayers.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums. You have my support.
Follow me if you would. I know the path best traveled.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Thanks, sir.
Maybe he was hoping to find something.
Best be heading home to make room for my next ship.
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we? If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already.
You're wasting your time talking to me.
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the high road. Now,
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard, anyhow. Only.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults.
Shall we report our results?
Vault? Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind. Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind, lest we get separated.
Right you are.
Over here.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing?
It is quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place.
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream. I quite agree.
Barely dragged my ass out of bed. Oh, could use a rest. Wouldn't the I now have cause to draw steel? I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour. Feels eerie with no one about.
Oh, sir, if you please, pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
Shall we visit the manor as the maid bid? I know the way. Follow me.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Ahem. Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offense.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople swear I've not.
Dead on my feet. Just remember, I've somewhere to be.
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. Hmm? You wanted to ask me a favor this time? Oh. So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
Every minute I'll make myself
Any loose
scarce.
coin about, enough to make me rich.
I'm going to be exploring.
Here by choice.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths,
Still a
this
while to go
place.
before we shift over.
Such quietude. It's a blessing.
Says I must see better days. I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
All the best tales come from travels.
Would that I could spend all day.
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melve seems just the thing. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey. The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away. Thanks, sir.
The lands around... 'Tis not only poison, the...
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot.
Won't someone do aught about this?
There's a ladder here.
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
So tired. I barely the vim to hold my feet. Interested in my wares?
Faring well, I hope.
Best check my stock before I've been here so long. Quite the predicament.
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not forgotten... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
Won't someone do aught about this? Won't someone do aught about this?
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. Guide me outside, then. If you can this should be far enough. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner. Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Hail, friend. How fare you? 'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this mild... but the path to the arbor is not easily found or followed. 'Twould be best I escorted you. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side. Come find me when you are ready to make for the sacred arbor, the village of my people.
Let's take it easy tonight. Will someone do aught about this?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Home at last.
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
A blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket? What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about. Though I'm not sure we ought to pry. The bitter end breeds no satisfaction.
'Tis a relief to be home safe and sound. I only hope the blue sunbright lifts Mother's spirits. What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully...
The false sovereign has been an enigma for far too long. What say we make for Vermin's eastern edge and investigate him? I've a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master? Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I shan't let them harm you.
We fight!
Pray, be cautious. This foe has an alarming fondness for those besieged us. Such single-mindedness makes our enemy predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy. Come to think of it, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
Fascinating. An enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye? The false sovereign has been an enigma for far too long. What say we make for Vermin's eastern edge and investigate him? I've a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Choppers, Master! Battle is best avoided. On my way!
You there. Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Is that who I think it is?
Aye, I reckon so.
What brings you here? All you need...
Aught you need of me?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Always a pleasure.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin. A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said...
Got something for me?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some... You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a simple place, tucked away on the eastern edge of Vermin. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. As you like, sir.
The stairs that follow our every move.
This is the inn. We've room to spare if you're looking to spend the night. Of course. Nothing's free in this world. Do stop by again.
Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I ought not to have underestimated you. You wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are, cuz. Not mysterious about it. We've our sources, and that's all I'm saying. But don't worry yourself. I'm actually on your side, in a sense. Can't offer you any help, though. Village code and all that. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you.
I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me down, eh?
Do to someone else what I just did to you. What could she have meant by that?
With the quartz crystal placed, we'll be able to use a fairy stone to return here in an instant.
What brings you here?
What brings you here?
Well met, sir.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
What brings you here?
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Ah, now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. It is a letter most inscrutable, and I fear it will remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
Well met, sir.
Hail! I take it you're the outsider my lord mentioned. How'd he know to expect you? Why not ask him yourself? You'll find it.
No seen you about. You the outsider? My lord spoke of you. Come on, follow me.
I'm in no mood for a chinwag, thank you.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms.
Well met, sir. How may
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
I'm not interested.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate, which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand.
I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you care to ask? Beg pardon? A letter? Oh, you've made quite the discovery. Brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say someone's taken on such a request. Naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement. I'm sure you understand. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful. Just imagine the coin we'd gain from selling this.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
Come to think of it, look how many women we count among our number.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, but he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? after he went off to play the false Arisen, were men and women of shadow. Since that's why he was cast out, he'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next Thief Maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now, still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here.
I fear I've naught useful to share.
Dear me. I'll not take that from...
You're the one, then.
Huzzah!
You've my gratitude.
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
Master, pray, let me know beforehand if we are to...
I'm in no mood for a chinwag.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
There's comfort in the
Well met, sir. How much?
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
I don't feel safe here. What air could you want with me?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found?
Sir Arisen, thank heavens you've come. Saurians have claimed the village yet again. just when almost all of the villagers had arrived as well. Oh, why must these scaly fiends beset us so?
Oi! What are you doing, standing about when there's work to be done?
Jonas! This is the good sir I spoke of.
Is that right? Then I expect you to aid us with this mess, stranger. You did it once afore, eh? Only natural you'd help finish the job.
My apologies for the chief's temperament. Yet he speaks truly. We have need of your strength. Pray, cull the beasts as you did before, sir. The Saurians are no more, I see. That's twice you've come to our rescue now. You're more than a friend to Harv Village, Sir Arisen. Truly, we cannot...
Here he is! I found our troublemaker!
Jonas! What is the...
This blasted beastren went and ventured into Stormwind Cave! How many times have we said none are to tread there? But there can be no doubt he's the one who incited the Saurians' attack.
Forgive me. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Trust a beastren to muck things up.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such talk.
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrens go causing problems, and we humans are lumped with the job of cleaning up after them.
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
Fair!
I do apologize. 'Twould seem things have turned rather uncomfortable. But we mustn't let this sour your triumph. You came to our aid when we needed it most, and for that, you have our gratitude, Sir Arisen. I do hope you shall visit us again anon.
'Twas a rotten note to end things on. I do hope Sir Fioran will be all right.
Whatever it is, I'll...
We've naught to discuss.
Don't feel safe here.
You got a hankering for something? Let me know.
The trial of archery is nigh. If we would bear witness, we must first go to the ruins where Sir Glyndor trains. I can guide you there if you wish.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? My word, never have I seen such... Let my magics grant you the Strike at the heart while it's exposed. We'd best prepare ourselves for a brutal welling.
Right where it comes.
You have my protection. Through an opening! Focus your attacks! Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall!
Tis well in hand. Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. We've got choppers! 'Tis weak to fire. I knew you would prevail, Master. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the element.
Those who are fixated utterly on you, Arisen. Hold it close as long as you can. I'll handle the rest. Our foe stumbled. Just one more push to bring it down.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Come to think of it, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many of
I will protect you. A flawless execution. Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world. It's only spiders.
They're best left on this one.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. It seems we have enraged our foe. Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
Of course.
Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! Fort fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Where's my cone? Where's my dinner? Right step.
Curious how a fine meal makes your eyelids heavy and not your stomach.
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey. My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way?
Is there any way to climb up there? I'm not sure what we'll find, but it might be something useful.
Methinks I can make it over there. Might I be of assistance?
You'd think they'd have learned from the last lot that we're not to be trifled with.
We fight. To arms!